Hey guys, welcome back to your show Crypto Academy. I'm Tito Crypto, and tonight we're gonna talk about the weekly candle and the daily candle on this end of the week. As you can see, Bitcoin has put up a new candle on the weekly. This is, guys, the daily screen here. So as you can see, Bitcoin is trying to make what it might look like start of a move to the upside. Okay, we're not gonna call it just yet, but it starts to look like something is brewing on BTC. Okay, let me take you back, guys, to the weekly candle so I can show you. This is the weekly. All these candles represent a week. So now we finally move from this past week. We'll have to see going down from 47,000 and change all the way to 40,000. Now we put up a new weekly candle, still small, still a couple hours into this incoming week, but it looks green. It's green for now, and let's hope that it's gonna stay that way. Now, I just wanted to bring you on the weekly to show you this weekly candle, but something else that you need to see and is the 50 moving average, 50 MA. Why it is so important? Well, the 50 MA is what we use to sort of gauge the health of Bitcoin. And what I mean by that, usually when when Bitcoin is in a healthy move, it's usually on top of this line here, all right, on top of the 50 MA. As you can see, the 50 MA is this line in blue, and all throughout this time, we're talking about 2020, the Bitcoin never went below the 50 MA, as we call it, the MA. And only this week, it went completely full body below the 50 MA. And this is not too good. So the only time we saw BTC doing that, and it was, if you can take a look at it, let's go back here, it was actually right here, full body below 50 MA. And this is, guys, if you remember, the COVID crash. They call it the COVID crash. Is when COVID was in full swing and BTC sort of couldn't the bulls couldn't hold BTC above the line, and it went back down. Remember, again, this is every candle is a week. This is all a week. All right, we got daily, weekly, monthly. So we're right now on the weekly candle, and as you can see, again, this time BTC went down. It took us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks for BTC to climb back on 50 and start making its way back up. It took a long time for BTC to sort of start making that crazy move to the upside. It was around 10,000 here, $10,000, and I started, then it went crazy. Okay, so I want you to keep that in mind, and I'm building sort of a story here that I will, at the end of the video, I'm gonna share with you. All right. So now we're fast forwarding to this area here. This is around May 2021. So BTC went all the way up to 65,000 and change. We're all happy. Now BTC is gonna go back. It's going to 70,000, 80,000, to the moon now, like we said, right? Not so fast. BTC went back down. This is 1 week, another week, a really bad crash. It came down almost very close to the 50, but then it started ranging from 41,000 to 29 to 30,000, and it was light for a couple of weeks. Finally, it went through the 50, but not the whole body. Only piece of, we don't really count the wicks, right? It is important, but it's not, okay? But most of that weekly candle, the body was over the 50 MA, and then BTC went to make another run to the upside and came back again, so that got close to the 50 MA, and then did the same thing, went back up, and finally came back down, tried to hold it here, but it lost it and went crashing down. So there's a couple of ideas of to why this happened. Okay, there's some turmoil on the COVID-19 now coming back again, Omicron. So a lot of people said that this might be the reason why Bitcoin couldn't take here, and some other stories that we're gonna get to that at some point. But I just want today to sort of focus on the technical analysis, the TA. Okay, the TA says a lot. So now we're on the weekly. Let's go up to the daily. So we established already that the only time that BTC went down below the 50 MA on the weekly was around 2020. It did it again on 2022, the beginning of. Okay, so keep that in mind. Here just touched the area, here did it again, and here went all the way down. Let's go back to the daily chart to see some congruency here, something that looks very similar. Okay, again, this is now the 50. It doesn't apply on the daily as much as on the weekly, but I want you to take a look at something that is more obvious here on the daily, and that's what we move to the daily chart. And this move here, right? Take a look at this move, and you're gonna see something. And again, I'm sort of building story here for you to see, and at the end I'm gonna kind of say what I feel about this early tiny small move. All right, let me draw a line here for you so you can see that despite all this up and down, we're still maintaining sort of a crucial line here. Okay, we can go all the way here and sort of dismiss the week, but it's kind of in this area. All right, so as you can see, it went up, it kind of touched here, back up again, and then it started climbing. Okay, so then we saw this line here, it made a touch here, went all the way up here, came back down, all the way up here, and came back down here again. So this is where we at. So if I were to draw something for you, and you're gonna see that this looks very similar, okay? It kind of looks a little bit alike, and then I'm gonna sort of give you my take on it. So let's wrap this around, all right? Let's make a big square here, all the way up to here, right? Just leave it like that. That's one box here. And I want to draw another box here. From here, all the way here, and just like this, all right? Let's bring it up here. Do you see something similar here? I do, okay? And I'm gonna show you. Look at this move up here. When BTC started going up, even if you leave this outside, you can see some similarities, meaning BTC went up here, came back down, and makes way up. Here, back down, or makes way up. You make a little crown movement, like up and down, up and down, up and down, and finally came back down to test this area here. Let me draw something here again to test this area, sort of on a slant move, or diagonal going downwards. And here again, this is where we're at. So it went down, made a couple of touches here. It was going sideways for a little while, and then went right up again. Here we had the same similar movement, okay? Up, down, first touch here, just like I did here. A little sideways movement, a little higher than this area. But went back down, it kissed this line again, just like it did here a couple of times. And a third time, if you will, and then went right up. So what am I getting at? Basically, this move looks really or very similar to this one. Okay, so there's a possibility that Bitcoin at this area is getting ready for a move to the upside. There's a possibility. I'm not saying that it will, but that's what I'm telling you guys. If you follow my channel, keep an eye on this movement because it looks very similar on the daily chart. So again, down here, little up and down move, and then make its way up. What I'm expecting to happen? Well, like I've been explaining now. Let me just draw this thing for you guys here, and then we're gonna see the whole picture. Remember what I told you before, that Bitcoin was doing a shoulder, head and shoulder again. Now, if this move pans out and it breaks, let's assume that Bitcoin is not gonna make this move, right? For some reason, it violates the line, it comes crashing down, right? And it comes around this area. If it comes below the area, there's a big possibility that we're gonna visit these lines here. We're gonna visit this area here, okay? Still it's not really the end of the world, but we don't want this to happen, right? We hope for Bitcoin to kind of start making a healthy move to the upside. But if it comes down here, it might have a little support here, but the strongest support is going to be down here, again, around the $30,000. So if it breaks this, there's a guarantee, almost guaranteed, that Bitcoin is going to come down here and sort of make a similar move. This very similar move, but all the way down here. So we're expecting that Bitcoin is going to make this move up here in this area. So let me take this off. Okay, here, see how that move looks a little similar to that one. And again, doesn't have to be the same move, but it looks a little bit like it. Okay, so we're probably gonna see something like this and then make its way up. How high it's gonna go? I believe that it's gonna go as high as the shoulders, which is right around here, right? Which is also a Fibonacci measurement, a really important one. But it's gonna probably move like this. It might break it, but it might come back down again and retest again. Okay, just keep that in mind. Just like it did here, up, touched here, and went back down to make another climb up. So guys, please leave a comment. It's gonna help the algorithm really a lot. It's gonna help that a lot. So I want you to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell twice so you can get all my videos, and we'll take it from there. Okay. But again, going back to this chart, right now BTC is making that move. Okay, so we expect BTC to sort of gain some grounds here and then start climbing up. Start climbing up and probably go hover around here. And if it goes that high, let's be careful because this is strong resistance here. So if it did it once, it might do it again. Come back down and come back to these levels here and then try to make this way up. The daily ribbon, right? This is a set of different moving average all together, compiled together, and it sort of form this nice colorful ribbon here. As you can see, every time BTC comes down, the ribbon it takes a couple of days, sometimes a couple of weeks, as you see here, to climb back up. So this move, again, like I said, it looks somewhat similar to this move. So expect Bitcoin, this ribbon is gonna keep sort of coming down and it will meet the price of Bitcoin coming back up, just like it did right here in this area. It might touch a couple of times, but finally I might see if the bulls are strong enough, it's gonna break through the ribbon and come back up and start climbing on top of it. Let's hope that this is what's gonna happen. And let's go to the weekly real quick. Like I said, when BTC is below the 50 moving average, which is right up here, is right on top of that candle, doesn't look too good. Okay, now hopefully starting a new week and this new candle here is gonna climb its way up and get on top of this 50-day in May. Next Sunday we might see where we at. Okay, so guys, this is all for today. I just wanted to give an update on the new weekly candle and the possibilities of Bitcoin climbing back up and making this move here that we sort of explained before on the daily. And hopefully this line is gonna hold and it's gonna start climbing back up. How high? I'll keep you guys advised. I will let you know in my next videos. And again, guys, subscribe, hit the like, subscribe, and hit that bell twice. One and the second time, so you can get all my videos right after I make them. All right, guys, that's it for today, and I see you and stay safe. Bye-bye.